Do you want to start an online bakery? If you do, I want you to listen to this show till the end because I'll be sharing a lot of hacks with you to show you really how you can make a lot of bang when it comes to starting an online bakery. So here's the approach I want you to think about. So first of all, you got to research and planning. I mean, basically, starting an online bakery is not just about starting any other type of business because people have tastes, people have their preferences, and anything about eating really requires a lot of research because you are dealing specifically with people's preferences, and we're speaking about dietary preferences, and especially with cakes. You also have kids. You have the whole population, adults, kids, and what have you. So that's an important element. So you want to research and planning, and you got to ask yourself, what will you sell? Because we talk about having an online bakery, but you can actually sell all kinds of cakes and sweets, whatever. I mean, but you have to start somewhere. You can't really sell everything and everything at the same time. You want to start with one item, and really you can actually expand later on. And what will be your USP, your unique selling proposition? So just like any business, you need to find your niche. What sets you apart from the hundreds of other online bakeries that are already out there? I mean, you just knew, you just got here, okay? So think about what you can offer potential customers that others can't. You need to have a USP. I've already said this before. And you also need to have a UVP. So UVP, a unique value proposition. Plus, you got to have a brand that will attract people, right? Don't be tempted to just bake and sell anything and everything. Instead, focus on your strong points. And examples of bakery niches and USPs include gluten-free cakes, vegan goods, pastries, celebration cakes. So celebration, you're speaking about birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, adoption, like all kinds of stuff. Baked goods inspired by a specific region. For example, French patisseries, for instance. You can have cupcakes also. So you can see that you have a whole gamut where you have to be very specific. Remember that your chosen niche needs to be something that you can personally provide. If your strong point is decorating celebration cakes, but you hate making cupcakes, then stick to what you know and enjoy it. You don't want to get stuck running a business that spoils your love of baking. Always remember why you started in the first place. And you got to, especially when we think about sustainability. Next, you want to obtain the right licenses. So if you want to start an online bakery, after researching and planning, you have to really obtain the right licenses, especially when we talk about food. You are speaking directly or indirectly about what? Department of Health. You're speaking about the FDA. You're speaking about, this is a very sensitive niche. This is a very sensitive industry, but a very profitable one for that matter, okay? So you need to actually make sure that your online bakery is legal. You do not want to invest all your time, effort, and money into it, only then to be slapped with a closure notice or a hefty fine. So the best thing to do in your area is to visit the Department of Health website for your specific state to find out more about what are often called cottage food laws. Cottage food laws are really important, especially if you are going to be in the industry for a while. And if you have any question about cottage food laws, please let us know in the comment section. I will certainly get back to you, not a problem. Or you can just reach out to an attorney who can really help you understand the cottage food laws more. So cottage food laws will determine whether or not you can make food for sale within your home or whether you will need official external premises. And there are premises that actually can be used. You don't have to hire or rent a place. You can go there and just cook there and basically just pay a certain fee, and that's it. Okay. So once you know whether or not your online bakery is something you can run from home, if that's what you want, you'll need to discover what, if any, specific licenses you will need. Because again, you're speaking about something that really affects people's food, people's livelihoods. Okay, and common areas which often require a license or a certificate include food hygiene standards, health and safety, fire safety. Yeah, very important. Even if you just are cooking from home, you may need a fire safety license or certificate, sales privilege, food handling, and catering. Okay. Once you have identified which licenses are mandatory in your state, you can work towards ensuring that your online bakery meets all the necessary criteria. Next, you want to really think about creating a brand. So if you want to start an online bakery, you have to research and planning. You have to research and plan. You have to obtain the right licenses, but you also got to work on communication. You got to work on representation. You got to work on differentiating yourself in a very crowded and very competitive field, right? And branding, it really is going to help you out. And when we talk about branding, we are speaking about logo. We're speaking about having a business card. We're speaking about having a website if needed. We're speaking about having a presence on some of the apps that actually allow people to order food, okay? And so it's important. So you want to develop your brand. Think about your favorite bakeries and the brands. What is that you think of when you hear their name? We bet they all have individual colors, branding, and logos that actually make them stand out from the crowd and are easily identifiable, right? So it's all about differentiating yourself. It's all about making sure that you're positioning yourself in the minds and hearts of your potential customers. This is really important. And so every brand is different, and developing yours will take some time and thought. Take a look at what you are planning to offer. Research the market to check there's nothing like what you have planned out there already, and undertake some audience research to see how your potential customers react to elements such as your logo, name, and color scheme. Color scheme is really important because, see, the thing is that when it comes to food, when it comes to cakes, people actually eat first with their eyes. Okay, before you actually eat the food itself, you got to really see the food, the way it's presented. So this is really important. Remember to also identify your brand values and ethos. People are increasingly looking to spend money with brands that have values and social ideas that reflect their own. Perhaps you want to use all natural ingredients, make your packaging fully recyclable, or give a percentage of each sale to charity. Whatever it is, your brand needs to have morals. And make sure that your brand identity is actually cohesive. You want customers to be able to identify your brand at every touch point, whether it's your website, social media, packaging, or products. Make sure they all feature the same chosen colors, font, and tone of voice. You want to focus also on product development. Very important. So, there can be no online bakery without baked goods, and now is the time to begin your product development. You need to decide on your core offerings such as cupcakes, birthday cakes, or pastries, as well as the ingredients that will make up each item you wish to sell. So once you know exactly what ingredients you need, research the best suppliers for each item, taking into account quality, cost, and reliability. Don't be afraid to negotiate on price, and remember to run regular quality checks in order to monitor the consistency and standards of your end products. If you're trying to really start an online bakery, after researching and planning, obtaining the right licenses, creating a brand, also focusing on product development, you need to create an online store. And an online store is really important. You really want to have, because we're speaking about having an online bakery, you want to really epitomize the brand that you have worked on, and you want to have a place whereby clients or potential clients can come and really order food, right? And when it comes to building an online store, you have a lot of players, from Shopify to BigCommerce to WooCommerce to Big Cartel to Magento to and you even have niche markets. So you have some e-commerce platforms that are just there for the bakery industry. So an e-commerce store is basically an online store where you can sell your products to a wide audience, all without needing a traditional bricks and mortar shop for people to visit. And there are various e-commerce website builders that you can use to set up your online bakery. And those e-commerce website builders are easy to use, customizable, and available with fixed pricing plans to suit every budget. They also often offer extensive help and support, meaning you don't need to be a technical expert to ensure your store runs smoothly. And they also have what you see is what you get when it comes to website building. So you can actually have a no code, in other words, codeless website building. Better still, most website builders offer you the choice to utilize a pre-built design theme, meaning you don't have to start from scratch as far as visuals are concerned. Okay, very important. You just need to make sure that you have a lot of templates that are in the bakery sort of category to sort of jumpstart your journey. And so The most popular e-commerce platforms include Shopify, BigCommerce, and Wix. An e-commerce store is a great way of overcoming some of the common hurdles that can arise when opening an in-person bakery, such as geography and location. Often people will see gorgeous baked goods online or in marketing collateral, but will be too far away to visit the bakery. An e-commerce store, on the other hand, allows everyone to access your delicious creations. So this is very, very cool, especially when you're thinking about scalability. Next, you want to showcase your baked goods. Once you have decided on your brand and set up your e-commerce store, you really want to begin populating it with your baked goods. When it comes to showcasing your products, they need to appeal to your target market. Remember what I said to you a little earlier, that people actually, not just people, everybody eats first with their eyes, okay? After all, nobody's going to purchase a baked good that doesn't look like it would be delicious, right? So how can you best showcase your baked goods? Well, you got to really think about writing product descriptions, having the right photos, okay? You need to write product descriptions that sell. Describe your products in detail, make them sound appealing without going over the top or making false claims. When it comes to baked goods, you'll need to make sure you're providing every piece of essential information such as ingredients, allergy advice, and best before dates. Think about what you would want to know about a baked good before you bought it, and make sure you include all that information in your product descriptions. And what about photography? Wonderful. The best way to show off your baked goods is to take high quality photographs of them. Think about elements such as background and lighting, and make sure the images are accurate representations of your product. When taking product photographs, try to shoot your items from various angles and in various situations. The key, however, is making sure that your images clearly show your baked goods. If you are shooting a slice of a birthday cake, for example, place it on a plate where it can clearly be seen instead of in someone's hand where it may become obscured. You want to price your baked good fairly, okay? It's all about profitability also. But you have to really think about the fairness here. And one of the key things that will make or break the success of your online bakery is your price. If you price your products too high, people will find a cheaper alternative. And if you price them too low, you will struggle to break even, let alone begin to make a profit. When deciding on a price for your baked goods, you want to have a price that is fair to you and also your customers. People don't want to feel like they are being conned or overpaying. If they do, they won't become return customers. But on the other hand, you want to ensure the money you receive reflects the time and effort you put into creating your goods, right? It's all about fairness. And some of the key things to think about when developing your product pricing strategy include the quality of your products and the ingredients used. That's really important when it comes to scalability. You want to think about your overheads, such as ingredients, kitchen equipment, and storage, best before dates of your products, prices of your direct competitors, in other words, the market average, and the amount of time and effort taken to create the individual products. Next, you want to package and ship your baked goods. So if you're trying to start an online bakery, you got to really think about logistics very carefully. Logistics are quite essential when it comes to the success or failure of an online baked good stores. Okay, packaging may not sound like the most exciting part of creating your online bakery, but it's by far one of the most important. How you package and ship your products will have a major impact on the condition they arrive in. Could you imagine how annoyed your customers will be if they ordered delicious looking baked goods online only to receive a smashed up birthday cake? This could have a major impact on the reputation of your brand and will likely impact customer reviews and feedback, because don't forget, you still have to worry about reviews too. And so you want to make sure that you have the right strategy in place. And so when choosing the right e-commerce packaging, you need to consider what will keep your items fresh and protected while still being cost effective. If there's one area that you may need to invest more with baked goods than you might for other products, it's your packaging. Really important. And so when it comes to choosing a carrier service, you want to do your research. The last thing you want is to actually choose a carrier that is not reliable, right? And one of the key factors for online bakeries will be whether or not the carrier even accepts food parcels, not to mention the speed at which they can deliver, because some Providers actually are kind of worried about the food industry in general because it's a heavily regulated field. And some carriers will say, you know what, we do not do that. We don't want to do that. And you don't want to find out your carrier will take weeks to deliver your parcels, particularly after it's too late because they've already been shipped. So you will also need to decide how much you want to charge for shipping your product. Some companies offer free shipping, and if you are in a financial position to do so, this can be a great perk to your customer experience because customers love free shipping anyway, okay? If not, you can decide between a flat rate shipping fee, which is ideal if all of your items are of a similar weight and size, if you will, or a real-time shipping fee, which will change depending on the size of the order. And if you do opt for a real-time fee, your best option will be to integrate, let's say, your website with a shipping service, such as a FedEx, UPS, DHL, or even USPS. That way you're sure that you have the right price all the time. If you want to start an online bakery, you want to invest in marketing. Okay, marketing is key to getting your product in front of your target market. And some of the most important things you can include in your marketing strategy will include SEO, social media, events, and markets. Very important. When we talk about SEO, we are speaking about what? Search engine optimization, right? So basically, this is the process of ensuring your website appears in the results of search engines. So it's called SERPs, search engine results pages. If people are searching, say, for key terms relating to your business, such as online bakery, postal brownie box, or delivery celebration cakes, then you need to ensure that your website is optimized to appear in Google's results for those keywords. You also have social media. So social media and digital marketing at large are great ways of building up a community and connecting with your online audience. Once you have begun to build up a following, you can use social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest to showcase your products, offer behind-the-scenes access behind your bakery, and provide your audience with their own baking ideas and inspiration. You can also try events and markets. So events and markets are a great way of taking your products directly to your target audience. Research local markets, shows, and fairs in your local area that you think will provide you with the best opportunity to reach a wider markets. If you do set up a stand, then remember to make it as visually appealing as possible, showcasing all your products in full and clearly displaying all of your branding and logos, right? Because the whole thing is to actually bring people back to your online store also. And also you want to continuously innovate and adapt, right? This is a very competitive market. So even the most successful online bakeries don't get too comfortable and instead are constantly evolving and innovating in order to stay ahead. So you want to keep a close eye on shopping trends in order to be clear on exactly what customers want, and don't be afraid to add new items and product lines to meet the needs of your target audience, and keep an eye out for trending products in your industry. That will help you out a lot, especially when it comes to scalability over time. So to sum up into this conversation, I spoke to you about how to start an online bakery, and I spoke to you about researching and planning, getting the right licenses, creating a brand, product development, creating an online store, showcasing your baked goods, pricing your baked goods fairly, packaging and shipping your baked goods, investing in marketing, and continuously innovating and adapting. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.